welcome back for another video. We are back at the shop again today. As you saw yesterday, that we now have the shop. So last night I ended up getting the turbo done, played around with the housing, moving everything around into a good position. Whereas today I've actually now got it mounted in how I want it. She's sitting in there nice and snug. Right now I'm currently playing around with the acostal kit. So I'm going to take off the lower control arms and the caster arms on both sides, pull them off together, measure the caster and the LCA for both sides and get them measured up to the same length, and then I'm going to chuck them back in to where they're at, and hopefully it'll sit fine. We do have the turntables here somewhere, so once I've got those arms back in and measured to where I feel comfortable with them, I'll put the wheels back on, drop them down onto the turntables and play around a little bit more from there with the camber and the toe. So I'm going to get into doing that. I've already pulled this side off here, so I've already pulled the driver's side off. Now just got to get into doing the passenger side, so I'll see you guys once I've done that one. So what I've just done here is with the caster and the lower control arms, so this larger turnbuckle here, all I've done is just wound them both out. So even on so here's the caster and here's the lower control arm. All I've done is wound them out 1 inch, and then with the tie rod, all I have done is just wound that out 3 turns on both. So now I'm going to bolt them up on the driver's side, and I'm going to do the same for the passenger side, and then go from there to figure out how I feel it's going to be comfortable. And then I'm going to drop it down while it's with these wound out 1 inch on both sides. I'm going to drop it down and play around from there, see how it goes. So I'm going to get the other side done now, and I'll see you guys once I've dropped it down. Alright, so both sides are now completed. So here's the driver's side. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these around so these nuts are at the bottom so I can get the gun on them. So that's the only thing for the passenger side. That's the only thing for the driver's side. But for the passenger side, I just need to do this one up at the back here, and then these ones here. Everything else is all done up. But yeah, as you can tell, these are Allen key heads, as to why I want to change them around on the other side. So the Allen key's on the top and I can get the gun on the bottom, just to make it a little bit easier for me. So I'm going to get into doing that now, and then I'm going to work out what to do once I've done all this. I think I'm going to put the wheels on, drop it down, and put the turntables underneath it and play around. If not, I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow. So I'm going to get on to doing this, and then I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, so both sides are now done up. Wheels are on, guards are on. So I've only got both guards on by 1 bolt up at the top. So let's drop it down and see how it looks. Not touching, which is good. So I've actually got it dummied up a little bit just to try and make it sit like a normal guard. Yeah, it's definitely not hitting. Go check this side. Yeah, it's definitely not hitting it. But this side definitely does have a bit more clearance. I think it's just because of what I'm using. So I've got a bit of metal on this side and a hammer on that side, holding the front of the guards out. So I feel like it's going to be pretty good. So I'm going to get it back up, get the turntables over, and play around with the alignment a little bit more, just so I feel like I could play around with it just a little bit, so I can learn a little bit more about the alignment side of things, and then obviously I can change it from there once I do actually get it moving. So I'm going to get it back up, chuck it on the turntables, and I'll see you guys when I've got it on the turntables. So I decided I'm not going to bother with the turntables. I'm actually happy with how it's sitting at the moment. I will do the turntables once I have done the rear GK Tech arms. So that way I'll do it all in one hit and not just do the front now, do the back later, and then not be happy with it all round. So I'm just going to wait, do it all in one hit. But for now, I jacked the rear of the S13 up and currently got the winters sitting down in there. Not sure if you can really see that, but I've just got the winters sitting down under there just to play around, see how it's going to look, just to see what I'm going to need to do once the winters is up in there. There is still a lot for me to do. I am currently trying to get it ready for paint. So the plan was this weekend to do the tube front end. However, plans changed because we now have the Astra in here for a roll cage. We haven't even touched the Torque Drift 180 yet, as we're doing the Astra here for the roll cage. They were just measuring it out, getting ready. I'm not sure what happened, but they just finished as they started doing it. We did, however, put the pistons in the SR here. I might give you a little bit of a sneak peek. So the pistons are in for the SR. So I'm just now currently going to pack up for the day, head on home, wash up as I'm filthy after doing all this. Then I'm going to come back and do it all again tomorrow. Hopefully we can make a start with the tube front end. So that is going to be it for this one. I am going to come back and hopefully try and get more done tomorrow. I do want to try and get as much as I can off the car and ready for the tube front end and to get it ready for paint. Hopefully this month, try and send it off and get ready for paint. So that is it for this one. Please stay tuned for what's to come. I am going to try and film what I do tomorrow as well, trying to continue this as much as I can, try and get the most out of it for you guys. But that is definitely it for this one. Please like, subscribe and comment. See you guys on the next one.